Spider-Man's two-faced. He's got two faces. Peter Parker and that other bullshit he wears. I don't like it. That is amazing.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're
My
so pretty.
grandfather had red. Thank you.
Your grandfather had red hair?
Yes, that's
You
where
don't
I
see
have it
redheads a lot. That's great.
So Jamie, you
Yes.
are playing Electro, and Dane, you are playing Green Goblin. Who should I be more afraid of? Who's the bigger villain?
I could shock you. With all that electricity. I see a pretty hair, I'd have it, out to here. You just have a bad hair day. That's about it.
How about you?
Well, with Harry Osborn and the Green Goblin comes a whole artillery of technology and resources. So,
right.
I have the ability to get Electro on my side, and I bet I have the ability to get some other dudes on my side too. So.
So what would you say if it would come to a showdown between both of you?
For you?
No.
To bid for your hand? What are we talking about here? Are you trying to offer you?
No, if you two are battling.
Oh, if we're battling,
I
don't think that the way it is in the comic books, Electro is really more of a brute, and Harry basically, he runs all of that. So, I would be in his state.
As long as I could continue to manipulate him mentally, because if you shocked my suit, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, you wanted to be the hero.
Need a hand?
Now you gotta pay the price.
Do you have maybe little action figures of the Green Goblin and Electro on your night bed?
No, not yet. I never will on my night bed. But I don't think, I haven't seen a little Green Goblin yet, but I really can't wait to. It's always been one of my goals in life to have my own action figure.
Yeah. I obsess a little bit, to be honest with you. On my laptop, I got every picture of me as Electro. It's crazy. People, it's crazy. Cool. Yeah, it's nuts.
You know what it is I love about being Spider-Man? Everything.
Like, my daughter's always loved Spider-Man. She's 5 years old, but since she was 3, she's known how to spell it. She we made sure we had to throw a Spider-Man birthday party for her when she was 4. So she's a fanatic, like ridiculous.
So, but what did she say when she knew you're playing the big enemy?
She loved it. She loved it once she saw it. At first she was like, "Dad, why would you hurt Spider-Man?" And then when she came on the set, she was like, "Oh, I get it."
Dane, do you remember the first person you told that you had this role and their reaction?
Well, it was such a long battle for me to get this role. I had to fight really hard for it, and it took at least 2 months until I finally found out. But I think when I finally found out, the first person I called was probably my wife to say, it's finally official. I finally got it.
How great is that?
And you could finally celebrate,
What about Peter?
Not everyone has a happy ending.
You would get the chance now to gossip about Spider-Man because you're his big enemies in the movie. What would you say about him? And in your roles, could you do it in your roles? I would love to hear the Electro voice and see the Green Goblin.
Spider-Man's two-faced. He's got two faces. Peter Parker and that other bullshit he wears. I don't like it.
Well, he's better at just whipping out his Electro.
Oh yeah, you can't.
But I will say, he's not as funny as he thinks he is.
He's not.
Yeah.
That not very funny.
Really not that funny.
Those one-liners, barely laughed at any of them. So.
Yeah, me either. And I know he has a girlfriend, but she's constantly turning on the lights, just waiting for Electro to come through and singe the loins. No, I'm just kidding.
There's this great line in the movie Aunt May has. She says that you always hide parts of yourself, even from the people that you love.
Mm.
How do you feel about that? Do you think there's a truth to it?
Sure. I mean, I think you're always battling to be the person you want to be, you know, and sometimes life can take hold of you and you become a person you don't want to be in a certain moment, you know.
Hiding something from the one you love. When you truly are in love with somebody, you do let your guard. They know everything about you, except this is when you know you really. When you can say, "Here's my cell phone, and here's the code to my cell phone." Mm-hmm. That's when it's really. If you're able to give somebody and for some reason, I don't know how women do it, but they always figure out my code. I don't know what the fuck is going on. My situation is always.
Is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
I don't. I will. I try. Listen. I actually. You know what I actually think? She cleans my phone, right? Because it's a touch, and waits for me to use it one time, and then picks it up and sees where I've touched that motherfucker. And I'm like, what the hell? And then you go and you get the, okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get the thumb. It has to be my thumb.
Oh yeah, the fingerprint.
Yeah, now, fall asleep right now. And she does this while I'm asleep. Fucking touches the thing while you're sleeping and you wake up, huh? Yeah, motherfucker, who is this? Whose ass is this? Who's sending you this ass? What are you talking about? Your thumbs, bitch. Is the one, you like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna get rid of the cell phone. I'm gonna just start doing, I'm gonna go back to Rolodex and landlines. It's crazy.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and thanks for the interview, guys.
Thank you.
It was great to meet you and to
Nice to
talk
meet
to
you
you.
too.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Dane is terrible, brother.